It does not benefit our democracy to have uneducated and undereducated people in it. That was a quote from Gloria Ladson Billings in a chapter she wrote entitled, Yes, but How Do We Do It? The chapter is about culturally relevant teaching and how teacher education is severely lacking in culturally relevant practices. She says that it, quote, ghettoizes issues of diversity, unquote. One of the things that really stood out to me in this chapter was when Ladson Billings talked about folks in medicine, nursing, counseling, social work, things of that nature, being taught what's known as cultural competence. And basically, it teaches them how to respond to certain cultural practices, like, don't point and address your questions and your responses to an elder, things like that. But Ladson Billings says that these types of practices that folks in these professions are being taught tend to reinforce stereotypes rather than dispel them. And I thought that was really interesting because, yeah, I mean, if you're teaching your doctors and your nurses and your social workers, don't do this with this type of person, and yes, you should do that with that type of person, then they're going to take it as an all or nothing approach, and they're going to treat everyone that way. And the thing is, and we're saying it on the internet all the time, we are not a monolith, right? So we're not all going to practice the same cultural traditions, right? We're not all going to respond the same way to those things. Overall, what I got from the chapter is that culturally relevant teaching, cultural competence, can't be taught. It has to be lived, it has to be embodied, right? You have to not just know about cultural practices of people from cultures other than your own, you also have to understand the implications of their culture, their background, and how that impacts them every single day in every aspect of their life. You can't teach that. You got to feel it. And so that's why I think she titled her chapter, Yes, but How Do We Do It?